Yo, my name is Freshcoast, welcome to my studio, and today I'm very excited to show you the breakdown of my new single, Shakira Shakira. Before we dive into the project, let's have a little story about how the track came to be. It all started when I heard the classic Latin song called Amores como el nuestro, I hope I pronounced it right. It's by Jerry Rivera and it's probably most known because of its trumpet in the intro, which was used by Shakira in Hips Don't Lie. When I heard the track I was thinking, what if we turn it into a tech house banger? That's what we did. Now, I have to admit, I didn't do the production entirely on my own. I had the feeling this could be something special, but I couldn't get the production quite right. So I asked my fellow producer friends Timo Hendricks and Michel Luchtart to help me with this track. They are both exceptionally good producers, and I knew getting them on board would bring the track to the next level and bring my vision to life. I used to want to do everything on my own, but over the years I learned you cannot do everything by yourself, and sometimes all you have to do is ask for some help. Bringing other people on board can also bring in new inspirations, new visions, new ideas, which can elevate the track even further. Working together and bringing out the best in each other will eventually lead to better results, and that's why I chose to work with these guys. Alright, I hope that explains how the song came to be. Before we get into the project, I have a little side note. We did the original project in Logic, and today I'm in my own studio. I don't have Logic on my new laptop, unfortunately, so what we're gonna do is break down the stems in Ableton. Alright, let's get into it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the project. We have the stems for Shakira Shakira. It sounds a little bit like this. Let's start with the kick, which is pretty basic really. It's just a regular kick. Then we get a filters kick here, I think. In the break we got a little build-up kick. Also filtered. Same for the second break. Nothing too special. Then we have the drums, which sound like this. Nothing too special. We got some hats going on. We got some percussion going on. Some basic loops. In the second part of the drop we have a shaker and a ride. Just to give it some more groove in the second part. We got some fills, probably some snare fills. Your regular 909 snare, and we have some crashes. To be honest, I don't really know why we did two separate crashes, but they work together, and it's also accompanied with noise. Then we come into the groove section, which basically consists of two elements or two layers, so to speak. First of all, we have the low end. You might want to listen to this on professional studio speakers or on your headphones, because I'm not sure how well it translates to like telephones or whatever you are watching this on right now, because it consists mostly of low end. It's a bit muddy. I'm gonna get into the separate parts of this in a bit. And then we have a second sound. To give it more character, together they sound like this. And to be honest, to me it sounds a bit muddy right now when I listen to it on headphones, but it works in the track, so sometimes something doesn't have to really sound super nice and super good on its own. As long as it works in the track, you're really just fine, I think. Then for the groove, we can separate this into some different parts. First of all, this is the low end, I think. Which is basically just some sub stuff. Then I remember what I did here. So we were working on the groove of the track and I felt like, okay, we need something to give it more grit and to give it more character. So what I did, what I basically did is I pitched the entire sub bass 1 octave up, distorted it, I think with Decapitator. I cut it out some parts that I liked to make a top layer basically for the sub, because if you only play sub, most of the time it won't really translate to like telephones and like shitty speakers. In my opinion, you want to also be able to hear the bass on the shitty speakers. So that's why I added this, and I feel like it gives the groove a little bit more character. Then we also have some tom sound on top of it, which I probably sampled from somewhere or took out of a loop or something, because I hear a hi-hat there. Then we move on to the synths. There's not a lot of synths going on really. I think the main thing that carries the track really is the trumpet. We actually remade the entire trumpet in Contact. I think I actually went through the MIDIs and analyzed the original trumpet. We were able to recreate the trumpet, and it sounds like this. With all the effects on and the drop, some sidechain going on. And maybe it's interesting to see what the different layers of the trumpet sound like. We have 7 different layers of trumpet. First of all, we have the main trumpet. This is like a lower layer to the original melody. Then we have another trumpet in the middle, which plays more of the main chords. Then we have a trumpet, or maybe a trombone even, that plays the bass notes. And lastly, we have 2 trumpets, one plays left and one plays right. And the interesting thing to me is that they both play a different melody. So I'm gonna play them together first so you can hear what they do. Which is really funny to me, because the left is kind of the question and the right kind of is the answer. To me, it gives a lot of feeling to it, which I really like. I really love that. It sounds pretty lame when you hear it like this, but in the overall track it just gives so much vibe to it. I love it. It's really low in the mix as well, but it just works. I love it. Then back to the trumpet, we have some reverses. Then for the part towards the second break, we printed out the reverb of the trumpet and sidechained it. It's just one note playing. It's fading out. We gave it a low pass filter, took the cutoff down to blend it into the break. Then the original trumpet comes back in. Filtered in again. Very nice, very smooth. Love it. And I think this is just something to accompany the original trumpet in the drop. Together it sounds like this. Instead of... It just makes it a bit bigger, I think. Then we move on to the step. This is basically just a sample. And in the part just before the second break, it gets its reverb automated. To make it flow more into the break. Then we have the second drop sound, which is basically just 2 sounds that both go up. Nothing too special there. Then in the break we got the Reese bass. Then we got some atmospheric sounds going on throughout the track. The first thing we have here is some chords that we added in the second break to just give the second break some more. The idea to add these chords definitely was mine, because I recognized this sound. I used this Serum preset that I made a few years ago a lot actually, because I really love how it sounds. Most of the time it isn't that obvious that it's in the track, but I do use it a lot actually. And it really works, I think. We have some tension going on. We got some reversed stuff. Just some downlifter stuff. And I think the last sound is basically this sound, but 1 octave up probably. I've been noticing, look, this is only gonna bug the producers probably, but I've been noticing this. You see it? Let me just, I mean, what is this? What the This is clearly something that should not be in the track. It ended up in the final result anyways. We're still humans after all, so yeah. But sometimes mistakes like this happen. Well, it's in the track now. It's out on Spotify anyways, and we've been playing it for quite a while now, so whatever. Nobody will notice anyway. Then we move on to the FX section. We got a lot of risers going on. Also, we got a lot of sweeps going on. Just a lot of sweeps and noises to smooth everything out. Let's see, we got 1 laser sound, I think, which is somewhere in the drop. It just hits twice. It's not that noticeable, but it adds something to the track. And then we got some extra sounds. Let's see what we have. Just a clap with a verb. And something to transition into other parts. I believe this is right before the trumpet. It's so subtle I can't even hear it, but it kind of works in the track. Okay, when you turn it off, you can actually hear it, but it's so funny to me how such a subtle sound can change so much. I mean, without it, it just sounds not right, and with it, it's done. Done. Send it to Spotify, come on. Done. Then the last thing we have is the vocals. Shakira Shakira. Beautiful voice, beautiful voice. Maybe you have recognized it, but it's actually me. We wanted to have the Shakira Shakira vocal before the drop to give it something extra. First of all, the track was instrumental, but we decided, okay, maybe we should just add the Shakira Shakira because, you know, that's what people know, that's what people like, and it just finishes it off. I decided, okay, let me just do a quick take, send it over to Timo and Misha. They did their magic on it, and it sounds like this in the end. Shakira Shakira. I think I still have the dry of it. Is this the dry one? Shakira Shakira. It is. I have to say we auto-tuned it a bit because I can't sing for shit, and it's kind of singerish. So we decided, okay, let's do some auto-tune on it, make it a bit better than it actually sounds like. But I'm really happy with the result. And then lastly, we have, which is not me, it's just a sample, I think. But it works, it adds. So that's it for the breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. If you've come this far, you're a legend. I really appreciate you, and I hope you learned something today. It sounds a bit corny, but I would love it if you could leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, anything you can miss. It means the world to me. I'm still working on new music, new videos, new anything. Still learning a lot. If you like this video, be sure to also check out this video where I break down another production of mine. Thank you so much again. This is Fresh Coast. See ya.